Hi everyone, it's Heidi here from flutterbyheidi.wordpress.com, back with what I promised to bring you a while ago actually, is the double Ferrero Lego box. So as you can see, this has got 8 spots on it, and actually rather than Ferrero I thought it was rather good fun to put some Moam in them, because actually, let's be honest, kids are probably more likely to eat these than the Ferrero. However, just to show you how different the same size box can look. Exactly the same dimensions, exactly the same process, and this one is instead using Timeless Textures and Blackberry Bliss, which is about to go, and as you can see that just holds 2 Ferrero Rocher in there, and that slides in, and that would look really elegant or lovely just to give as a little gift to somebody. So that's the 2 different versions. I'm going to do another Lego box because I just think they're a bit of fun and it just appeals to the kid in me. So you're going to need your envelope punch board and your score tool. And what you're going to do, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit there, make it a bit easier for you to see. First of all, you need a piece of cardstock. I'm using Cucumber Crush, which is 5 7/8 inches square, and you're going to punch and score at 2.5 and again at 4.5. Okay, and then basically just same as everything, you just rotate and score. So you don't do what I've just done, which is to make a complete mess of it. Just line up those score lines with your pointer and away you go. Not doing very well today. Okay. Just not quite butting that up to the top, which is why I've just redone it. So there you go. Once you've done that, you can round those corners if you want to. I'm not bothering because it's, you know, they're going to be hidden away from view anyway. So once you've done that, next thing you need to do is just fold and burnish those score lines. So this is to make the box part of it to go inside. And then all you're going to do is take your paper snips and cut on the long edge and just notch out slightly as well. And I've done it on the long edge because obviously tucking it into that small area can be a little bit tight really. So dead easy. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Okay. So what we now need to do is to reinforce those creases. So just as we did with the smaller one, fold that over and then fold it up again, and that'll then tuck into the middle. Then all I'm going to use now is my fuse, and I'm just going to put some I'm going to try not to stick it, oh dear, to the paper. Okay, fortunately that's going to be hidden from view, which is probably just as well, isn't it really? Oh dear. Try again. Right, so, not good. Right, I'm going to do this now before I manage to stick it to anything else. So you literally just fold these up and line up the edges. Okay, and having done that, I'm literally just going to go round and just put a small amount of those flaps and tuck those inside. I'm really not doing very well today. Okay, right, and having done that, folded those in, just on those long edges in particular, just burnish those down. So there's your box, which as you can see fits to Ferrero very nicely. Now, the next thing you need is a piece of cardstock, which is going to make your belly band. So I've got one already cut here, and this is 3 1/8 inches by 7 inches. And you're going to take either your simply scored or your trimmer or whatever else you use to score. Obviously I've got my simply scored here, and I'm just going to zoom out so you can see the top. Okay, so you're going to score at 1 3/8, 2 7/8, 4 1/4, and 5 3/4. That's all the scoring required. And again, just fold and burnish those. Now again, like the little one, you'll find that it fits one way better than the other. So you'll see there, just make sure it slides in and out, and then just rotate it and see whether it'll fit. There we go. Yes, that's the way. So actually the seam is on the bottom, but make sure that you hold it in place while you do that, just to make sure it doesn't slip out of place at all. So there you go. There's your basic box. Very simple, and all that's left now is just to punch those circles and create the top, as you can see on this one. So all you need is 8 circles. This is the 1/2 inch punch, which is a really useful little punch to have for all sorts of things. It's great for covering at the backs of brads that you've used. So if you put them, you splay the legs out behind on a brad, and this, by using these, it just covers them up so they don't catch on the inside of the box. I'm actually using half a dimensional on these. You can use a whole dimensional, but you don't need it, and I find sometimes it almost kind of it does fit, but it's almost too much, so you sort of see a bit of the dimensional. So all I'm doing is literally layering those up on half a dimensional, which obviously I've cut in half while it's still in the backing paper, and I tend to do it from either end, because I just find that way I get them more evenly spaced. So I kind of centre them, I kind of corner them first, and then take the others and sort of gently sort of position them. You could measure if you wanted to. I know that we have people who are very precise with these things. I just left it a little bit too big a gap, so I'm just going to move that one and move that one slightly. There we go. And then just 2 left to do. And this is actually a great way of using up all those little bits around the edge. I'm a bit of a Scrooge when it comes to my dimensionals. I don't like to waste a single bit of them. And then the very last one. And there you go. So there you have it. A double Ferrero Rocher box, or a Moan treat box for the kids in your life. Hope you've enjoyed making it. I say it's good fun, and I hope you'll join me for more makes another day. Thanks then. Bye bye.